You've been in the Compassion Club since the start and coming to our online classes and workshops. I just thought it would be nice for people to hear from you and what you have gained from the Compassion Club.
I've so much enjoyed the club. Not having it over the summer kind of made me realize some of the things that I really like about the club. One of those things is the consistency of it. It makes me be accountable because I really need that for my body movement routines, but also for my self-care routines, because we all know it's very easy to say, oh, well, I'll just do that later, or I'll just meditate later. And then you just never get to it. And so to have that calendared out for me is really helpful. I also really, really appreciate the community, which I didn't expect to happen online necessarily, but it does. And at a time when we've all been dealing with so much post-COVID trauma and isolation, I feel like it's still difficult to be out in the world in a pre-pandemic way with classes and with community. So it's really nice to just have that community of people to check in with about how you're doing and what you're dealing with and to share that. And that's been really great.
So how would you say that it's different from like a yoga video or something?
Oh my God. Because I feel compelled to actually do what you're telling me to do instead of just like, oh, I don't want to do that move, or, oh, somebody texted me, I'm going to check my phone. Because if I'm not fully committed to the video, I kind of go off the rails, but it's the accountability part. But I feel like this is more like I would be in an in-person class where I want to fully participate.
And are you like someone who does the replays generally, or is showing up live better for you?
Showing up live is much better for me, though I have done the replays, and it's nice to know when I can't make it because of life, that there is something there waiting for me. And I try to get to that on the same day that I missed it, because then that keeps the consistency going for me. So,
oh, that's a good tip.
Yeah.
Try and get to it on the same day.
Yeah, exactly. Because then it gets too far down the list. But if I momentum.
And you said something like you feel compelled to do what I'm telling you to do. Do you feel like I'm telling you what to do?
Oh, no, not in that way. More in that, like, because we're interacting while we are in class together, I want to show up for that, and I want to show up for my community members as well. Not that I don't like make adjustments or modifications or anything like that, or if I feel lightheaded or whatever, but it's different for me with regular videos, because if I'm not present, I won't want to do it. And having other people there really helps me be present.
That's a good one. Having other people there helps me be present too. So another thing I think is a big objection is the money. Like, this is not a $27 a month yoga video membership or something. This is kind of premium. It's like more of a commitment in the monthly cost. So how do you feel about the money, if you don't mind me asking?
I think it's worth it. What you don't get from a video is you don't get to say, hey, I really need hips today, or hey, can we talk about something that's happening in the world today, which we do get to do on your classes. And that's really worth it to me. That kind of customized type of class, and knowing that every class is going to be different and it's going to be new in some way is also very appealing to me. I like variety. I get bored doing the same thing over and over again. And again, back to the accountability, knowing I'm going to show up for you and for the community members and for myself, then I know I will get my money's worth out of it, because I won't buy it and then not do it, like we've all done. And I'm guilty of that for sure. So I know I'm going to actually do it. And that's money well spent to me.
I mean, you have a pretty busy schedule, right? You've got the 2 kids and you work, and you somehow managed to make time for this.
Well, it's important. It helps me refill my cup. Yeah.
Have you noticed any ways that it really helps you?
It makes me move my body, which always makes things better for me. I've realized that I have anxiety that I probably had before the pandemic, but post-pandemic, it is far worse. And finding ways and tools that you give us, whether it's through breath work or movement or mindset is helping me deal with that on a day-to-day basis.
Thank you so much for being honest about that, Megan.
You're welcome.
Well, I really appreciate you. When I was creating this membership, thinking about, what would be right, like the best way to deliver what I offer to my students. You're one of the people I definitely thought of. So I'm really glad that you're sticking with it and continuing on this journey with us.
As you mentioned, I'm a pretty busy person. I work from home and I'm a single parent, and I have a lot on my plate. So sometimes an hour can feel like a lot during the week. But I've just recently wrapped my head around, if I can do something for 20 minutes or 30 minutes, that seems more manageable. I think that will also help me make that consistent on other days of the week as well. Whatever I'm going to do for myself on those days, to just carve out that time. So I'm kind of excited about trying that out. And I'm also excited about having a little more meditation. That's something that I've used to be better at and now not so much. I think it will be nice to have somebody to be on that journey with.
I love the idea of just doing 15 minutes of check-in and 15 minutes of meditation. And then also that 15-minute meditation is now something you can go back to anytime you want and just do that meditation.
Well, it's great to see you, Kate.
I know you too. Thank you for jumping on.
Bye.
Bye.